It's time to relax. You know what that means. A glass of wine, your favorite easy chair, and of course, what's in the box, bro, streaming on your home TV. So go on and indulge yourself. That's right. Kick off your shoes. Put your feet up, lean back, and enjoy the show. After all, Militaria soothes even the savage beast.
Hey everybody, it's Dante at SMG War Relics. It's time for What's in a Box, Bro 82 we're up to. And it's after the new year. Hope you guys had a great new year and Christmas and all that stuff. And I promised, I may have alluded to a video about a bunch of medals I got in. And so the story is kind of a weird. Well, I don't know if it's weird, but I get a phone call from a guy who says, "Hey, I got a bunch of Nazi shit, and I got a bunch of other shit in storage containers up in PA." So I'm like, "Oh, okay." So I've heard this story before. Um, been to plenty of storage containers, and they're usually just completely packed with crap, and they're very difficult to work through. So I don't really like going to them because they don't usually. It's a lot of work, and sometimes it can be fruitless. And there's a drive involved and travel as well usually. So I was very skeptic, but this guy says no, there's a bunch of Nazi stuff, and I want to get rid of it, and there's thousands of other items here, and I couldn't really get a good understanding of the situation. He wasn't able to take pictures. I said, fuck it. I called my buddy John Corbin. I said, let's go. Let's jump in the fucking car and see what this is all about. So, a little sketchy. They're always kind of sketchy. You never really know what the fuck you're going to run into. So I get there. John and I get there. It's cold as fuck. This is before Christmas. And the guy walks us to one container, one storage room in a self-storage place, and he's got all the Nazi shit laid out on the table. I'm going through it. I'm like, great, I'll make you an offer. I know where I need to be. Let's go look at the other container, because apparently there's another storage room. And it was exactly what I had described to you guys earlier. Just a fucking room stacked with just shit on top of shit, boxes and totes on top of totes. Very difficult to work from. You really needed to bring a chair and a table to like go through it all. And it was all like, I don't know how to describe it, as far as like it seemed like the whole thing was like they had won an auction, a storage auction lot, and the fucking the lot was just filled with like old inventory from a Militaria store, but not like a regular Militaria store, if there is such a thing. More of like an old school, like fucking Army Navy store, maybe. Just tons and tons of shit, like boxes of things to build metal bars and all kinds of common stuff, and but foreign stuff all over too. And it was just like, I don't even know how to fucking do this. So we started digging through bins of bayonets. We started digging through random bins. And there was other shit like Zippo lighters and fucking non-military related stuff. And we're trying to dig through it all. And it got to a point where I was like, I don't know how to do this. How about I just give you a certain dollar amount per metal, and we'll just start throwing metals in a box. And that's in a tote, not a box. And that's basically how we got here. So I've got literally thousands of more common metals. There's some nice ones mixed in, but I got a shit ton of research, and almost none of it is German. So I have to do a lot of work. The price was great because even if I come up with some goose eggs, I still cover the nut easily and I make a profit. So, but it's work. It's a lot of work. And there's literally, I have thousands of medals. So I'm not going to spend a ton of time on all these. I don't know. This video might suck and you guys might hate it, especially if you're like super just want to see Third Reich stuff. I'm sorry. There's probably not going to be a lot in here. But if you want to see weird shit, new shit, I don't know, common shit, who knows? There's all kinds of shit. So I'm just going to go through this. And I already sent a whole bunch of medals to my buddy Josh to liquidate at wholesale prices just to try to get rid of some of this stuff. And at the shows, I think I can't possibly list all this stuff one at a time on the website. So I think I'm just going to put bins of medals out. Here's a $5 bin, a $10 bin, a $20 bin, a $30, $40, so on and so forth, and people can just kind of pick through and pick what they want. That just makes the most sense to me. So yeah, let's start off with this case medal that was bombing around. Order Militar Merito Aeronautico. So an aeronautical medal. And it's made by Meyer, however you pronounce that, New York metal maker, common metal maker for awards. South American country, not Venezuela. FYI, I think it's fuck. I researched it now. I forget which country it is, but it's a South American country. Maybe fucking who the fuck knows? I don't even know. I'm not gonna guess, but I gotta look it back up again. So yeah, it's a large breast star, but it's modern, right? So it's like probably Cold War era. Nothing like an old quality item, but still, kind of a rare item, and it's got the original case. So I picked that up. I don't know how much it's gonna be, but it ain't gonna be free, that's for sure. All right, then I got this bin. This bin here, I already sorted through and pulled out from some common stuff. So what this bin is, I made a deal with my buddy Josh up at Queen City Military in New Hampshire. And I said, listen, I'll give you a bunch of common medals that I've sorted through. Here's a price per medal. And I just sent him a whole freaking huge box of hundreds of medals. These were the ones I pulled out that I thought, well, maybe they're worth a little more, so I'll have to research them. Or maybe I just want to research them a little bit more. This is actually a Masonic award of some sort. I don't know if this is the right case for this, but there it is. Soviet award, I'm assuming. Again, it's going to be a lot of, I don't know what the fuck this is, and I'm sorry, but that's just the way it's going to go. Here's a lot of this box I put estimated prices on and IDs because I already did a lot of work on this. Delaware Conspicuous Service Cross. That's a weird one, huh? So because this place in PA was close to Delaware, there's a lot of PA and Delaware related items mixed in. So there's some obscure stuff here, which is like rare, but not necessarily valuable, if that makes any sense. You gotta really find the right buyer. This is a Polish award, it's a restriker, a more modern version of this medal. I found that out. So I'm learning a lot too. Some Czech medals. This medal, I forget what it is, but it's missing the center roundel, and I saw it in one of these boxes, so I know it's here. First class box. Brussels something. Don't know what goes in there. A Purple Heart. Always good to have case Purple Hearts. Just gotta clean up the felt a little bit. Is it numbered? I don't think it is. No. Not numbered, and the pin is missing there on the brooch. Brooch. I don't know what it is. Bulgarian, maybe? Polish Order of Polonia. Some kind of Peruvian medal. Aeronautical. Maybe that other one was aeronautical too, or Peruvian. Ukrainian flag. So just a Jubilee medal with the award. Or a little issue packet. Polish service medal. Don't know. Some kind of a anniversary medal or Jubilee medal. 44 to 74. North Korean medal. There's a bunch of Korean and Chinese stuff mixed in here, I think. French Republic medal. Something Spanish. Something Spanish. Korean Order of the Red Banners. There's a bunch of these floating around in this collection. You wonder how did this shit get to the U.S. Order of St. Alexander, Bulgaria. More Korean shit. This is just a Department of Defense medal. Massachusetts Service Medal. There's such a big variety of things out there that you can collect. Japanese China Incident Medal. Korean Engineer Medal. Trying to get it. Sorry if it's not focusing. I gotta position it under the camera just the right way. This is Pennsylvania Meritorious Service Award. Another Korean medal. Romanian Liberation Anniversary medals. British medal that needs, I got to research the name on this one. More modern U.S. medal. What the hell is it called? I forget. Sorry. I'm not a U.S. medal guy. Another Korean medal. More Korean 40th anniversary of victory in a foreign land, I think. I mean, look, it's crazy. I mean, shit's crazy. Oh, here's some German stuff mixed in. So I'll have to we'll put that to the side. That's definitely not German, that little thing, but some little stick pins. World War One, something police, something. Romanian military virtue. Cold War, Romanian Order of Military Merit. Yugoslavian Army Officer's Cap Badge. Poland Cross of Merit. Okay, most of these are Soviet era items, so nothing like earth-shattering as far as prices go. That's a big honkin' medal. All right, that was what was in the other case. Bulgarian Order of 9. Guess I researched that already. Haitian. A Haitian medal. Crazy. Crazy. I don't know, I guess I could put a lot of this on eBay, but eBay really kills my price, my whatchamacallit, my profits. Costs, Coast Guard achievement set. Hungarian miners medals. Oh, that's Hindenburg Cross. We'll put that in that pile. Poland World War II Victory Medal. North Korean Anniversary Medal. Another Hindenburg. This is the Black Widows one, though. Laos Order of the Elephant. Oh, yeah, that was a cool one I found. I don't know. I mean, that's kind of a rare one, too. Romanian Services. Another Hindenburg. Bulgarian Ministry of Defense. Romanian King, whatever. Belgium Medal, Order of Leopold. Belgium Cross. Here's a neat looking one. Women's Masonic Lulu Medal. And I'm not into Masonic stuff, but if I can make a buck, fuck it, right? 1946 Merit Medal for Utica, New York. Little old Utica. Not even a big city. Poland, 1938 medal. Another DPRK. No fucking idea. Romanian, I think, maybe. Red Cross. Korean Medal of Honor. Second class. Korea Order of Labor. Type 1. This Korean stuff's freaking bonkers, man. And shit sells right now. People love that Korean stuff. Polish something. Liberation of Kuwait. This is a very common French labor medal. Korean Order of National Flag. Labor Type 2, Korean. Distinguished Service Cross, U.S. Modern. So the thing I'm learning about the modern service, American service medals, you can still go buy them from the firms that make them, but you're going to pay a premium for them, and you have to prove that you earned that item, I think. So therefore, the prices are. How do I explain it? So that kind of sets the pricing, right? So there is technically an infinite supply, but you have to pay a certain amount to get a higher amount to get it. So that's kind of how the pricing works. So like this will probably cost you like 60 or 70 bucks to go buy new from the manufacturer. So the retail would be like $50 on the open market. It's kind of how I am understanding the U.S. metal market on the more modern stuff. If I'm wrong and you know more about how that works, correct me, because it doesn't seem to be a super profitable area of military collecting or dealing anyway. Serbian Balkan Cruise. North Korean Liberation Homeland Medal. Collar Badge, 60th Infantry Battalion. Canadian. Foundation of the Democratic Republic of Korea, again. Bonkers. There's that same medal we saw before, I think. 1889 Eiffel Tower souvenir. Eiffel Tower souvenir. Why does that sound? You ever say something and it just sounds weird? It's just a weird thing to say. Another Polish medal. So a lot of these like $20 medals, I had like already dozens of them. So I just sent them all to Josh. Sorry, Josh. He can deal with them. Scranton Wilkes Bar. How freaking local is that? Lodge medal. Wilkes-Barre. Wilkes-Barre. National Guard, World War I, 9th Regimental National Guard. Gosh. Bulgarian Communist Order Medal, 9th. I think we already saw these. City of Philadelphia, Brotherly Love. Founders Week. Fuck if I know. Bulgarian Order of the Red Banner. Soviet Labor Medal. Fucking some kind of table medal. Not a cap badge. Silver stamped. Oh yeah, this one was a weird one. It looks like it's made to be a cap badge, but it's not a cap badge. Those French labor ones. This is a neat looking one. Philadelphia Shipyard Foreman. That's a cool looking badge. Heavy duty too. And a Korean badge. Bulgarian. Polish War Cross. Lenino. So some of these are not very expensive, but I want to have a little more variety on the website, so it's good to have some of these weird ones on there, even though they're not expensive. But a lot of these are going to go in like a $20, $30 bin or something like that. Korean. How do you get so many Korean awards? I wonder. So, yeah, so we're getting to the end of this bin, which is ID, mostly stuff I've already ID'd. Czech partisan pin, kind of a cool item. Polish school communications. World War I medal. This looks like a PA shield here. So what is this? PA Railroad World War I medal. Isn't that crazy? A lot of PA stuff. So that is just a bin that I've already sorted through. So I have to decide how crazy I want to get. The show's coming up. The SOS is coming up. So I don't want to get too crazy. And I'm just going to show you. So this was the bin that I pulled all those out of. So you can see like some real common Jubilee medals and stuff in here. So I haven't sorted or ID'd any of this shit. So I got to go through this bin. But yeah, look, I got to buy the pack. Bundled up. Soviet orders by the packs. These are, you know, common medals, but there's some good stuff mixed in here. So I got this bin I got to go through, which was a lot of shit I gave to Josh already. And then I have, oh, this motherfucking bin here. This is like 50 pounds of metals in here. So I got to go through all of these, and I think I don't know how I organized these when I was picking these, because there was like bins that I was like, all right, I'll give you whatever dollar amount per medal and for all these, and then I just had John counting them out. And two bins we got to like 1,000 medals, more than that. This might have been the lower dollar amount bin. Oh, I don't know. I'm not gonna go through all that today with you guys. And then there was this bin here, which I think was my nicer medals underneath here, and then like there's common shit thrown on top. You just get when you're somewhere for like, yeah, just some common bullshit that like literally the guy was trying to give away. And I was like, fine, just throw it in the fucking bin. When you're there for 5 hours digging through stuff. Now, mind you, there was other shit there, bayonets and flags and other shit we brought home. But yeah, I think there's some nicer stuff in here, if I'm not mistaken. But I got just a shit ton of work to go through to do here. I don't envy me at all. Some common bullshit. A lot of common bullshit, but it's all money, man. So I'm not going to go through all this. I just wanted to keep it short and sweet so I could show you guys what buckets of medals look like. And yeah, so if you're coming to the SOS, look for and you want to dig through this kind of stuff, I'm going to have buckets set up, you know, maybe not as low as $5, but definitely $10 bins, $20 bins, $30 bins. And it's all going to be all these foreign metals and stuff because I'm just not going to put all this on the website. It's just bonkers. So that's it. So yeah, guys, I will see you guys later. Thanks for watching. And I have another regular box opening coming soon with more Third Reich stuff, majority Third Reich stuff anyways. So be on the lookout for that. We'll get that up sooner than later. All right, guys. Thanks. Bye.